Motorists who have tracking devices in their cars have been warned about a new scam. Criminals posing as employees of service providers have been calling and telling them that their devices need repair. When motorists go in to have them fixed, the car is stolen. Netstar's Charles Morgan joins us now for more. Charles, this is not good news at all. How exactly is the scam unfolding? And I would imagine, how would one be able to tell the difference between a hoax call and the provider of whatever vehicle tracking system you're using?
Good afternoon, Kathy. Good afternoon to all the viewers. Yes, Kathy, there are particular steps that customers can take. In fact, we've launched a communications campaign to alert our customers to this very scam and advising them what to do. In the case of our customers, we've advised that they should request from the caller their account number. And also, Netstar technicians would never be required to drive their vehicle, so that would be a sure alert as to there being something amiss. Further than that, if our customers are at all suspicious, that they should contact our customer service center, which number is on our website. And further to that, they might well want to check if, in fact, their tracking systems are all in order, just as a measure to ensure that this call is, in fact, valid.
So what's the modus operandi that's used here?
Very much along the lines of people will contact customers advising them that they are phoning from their tracking company and that their vehicle requires some form of maintenance or repair. They will then make an appointment to attend to the vehicle, and during that course of the attendance, they will then request to take the vehicle for a test drive. After they've obviously taken the vehicle for a test drive, they will steal it, and we do find in some instances they may well, in fact, phone the customer back after 5 or 10 minutes, just advising them that everything's fine, they're continuing to test the vehicle, just to give our customers a sense of comfort that everything's in order, when in fact what they're doing is they're buying more time to get away.
Have you found that in the instances that you've dealt with, that these have been violent confrontations at all?
Not at all. There's been no violence whatsoever. In fact, we've had a number of instances where our customers have been vigilant, and upon realizing this, the perpetrators become suspicious and leave on their own accord. So very not the case.
Of course, the big question here is, how are they getting their hands on all of this data? I mean, you don't just call somebody out of the blue and take a chance and assume that they're using a particular service provider. So where do you think they're sourcing this info from?
Well, first of all, at Netstar, we take our information relating to our customers extremely seriously, and access to this information is managed under very secure protocols. We've done a thorough investigation, and we've looked at the handful of cases that we've had, and there's no correlation or no indication that this is information that has originated from ourselves. But having said that, we do realize a lot of information is in the public domain, and in many instances, some of these callers may in fact not disclose which tracking company they are calling from, and will just contact the driver and advise them that they're phoning from the tracking company and they need to do some repair. Hence the education and the information we are providing to our customers that they should interrogate that call.
So effectively, the power here also lies in the hands of the consumer to ask them to give them what? Policy statements, their own details that the company would have on hand?
Absolutely. Our recommendation to all our customers is to request from the caller their Netstar account number.
Have these suspects been tracked down at all? Have you been able to check if anybody has been arrested?
Yes, in fact, we are. We are actively working with the tracking industry, the insurance, and all the industry stakeholders in a forum. There have been an arrest made thus far, and obviously we're combining all of our resources with the South African Police Services to get an arrest. There is a case that is at an advanced stage, and we believe that good progress is being made.
What's the recovery rate of the stolen vehicles?
Recovery rates within the industry is in excess of 90%. We are in excess of 93%. So in many instances, we will recover the vehicle if this should happen. So that's the reason that the thieves would like to get as much headway and as much time as they can, and hence this approach that they've taken.
And in the instances where you're not able to find the car?
In the instances we don't find vehicles, we find very often that we recover them within the next week or 2 weeks. So it's not uncommon in the industry to have what we would refer to as a late recovery. We institute a number of investigative processes once a vehicle is missing and not recovered within the first day. And this is an ongoing process. We never stop looking for the vehicle. And very often they will turn up through one of the investigations and we will recover them.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming onto the Pulse and, helping to bring that story to our viewers. So if you have a car and it has a tracking device, you've heard it, you just have to be that much more cautious around people who might be calling you wanting to fix your device, alleging that it's broken. And I think the general rule of thumb is anybody calling you wanting your personal details, you have to interrogate the person on the other end of the line, because there's a number of scams running from, people claiming to be bank officials, to be clothing account officials, whatever it may be. So just apply a healthy dose of skepticism to strangers on the other end of the line.